Welcome back, everyone. It's Jesse Tyler Ridgway, and today we're going to be learning about how I made $250,000 in 1 month. That's right, $250,000 in 1 month, 30 days, off YouTube advertising revenue. I'm super excited to jump into this video because nobody talks about YouTube earnings. A lot of the big YouTubers, anyone making money on the platform, ironically doesn't like talking about money, and as much as you want to ask somebody, they're not forthcoming with the information. On this channel, I promised you guys financial advice, educational videos, and we're now going to get back to a regular schedule with 2 to 3 videos per week. And I feel like there's never been a more important time to talk about finance, especially when the country is going through so many problems. Probably much like what you're thinking, maybe your parents are thinking, probably most people in the world, they don't understand YouTube ad revenue. They don't realize how much money you can make having a digital occupation. I feel like I need to pass the torch along because this is what happened to me. I remember graduating college with a film degree and not realizing that PewDiePie made $12 million in 1 year. Just take a second to think about that number, $12 million. Most people will not even make that in a lifetime, let alone he made that in 365 calendar days. What kind of content he was making? He was just sitting in a chair playing video games. I'm pretty sure most of you guys can do that, and that's why I feel like it's so important. I was inspired when I first started by a YouTuber named Ziggy D Starcraft. He only ever had 50,000 subscribers for like 1 to 2 years, and he would do these educational videos, only pulling anywhere from 5 to 10,000 views, which wasn't that much at the time. Yet daily videos netting 5,000 views was enough to sustain his rent. He was making around $1,200 to $1,500 every single month with only 50,000 subscribers, with only 5,000 views per video. I thought, wow, this is something I could totally do myself, especially if it's gaming related. And I realized if you put enough work in, you can get a lot out of it. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching are wondering, okay, how can I make that much money in a year? Or how can I make, say you made $250K a month? What are the secrets? Guys, we're gonna jump into this video, and I just wanna say, you can do it, and that's what all these videos are about, is getting you to the point to where you can make a sustainable income, potentially make it a full-time job here on YouTube, or even part-time. One last note I wanted to share. For me, I was a constant watcher of YouTube videos. For you guys watching, there might be some of you thinking in your head, I would love to get into it, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. There was a YouTuber I used to watch, Gen X Pen. She now has millions of subscribers. She came from my kind of South Jersey, tri-state area. And she was this young girl, and the videos that she would make weren't particularly interesting or good in my opinion. There's like maybe a vlog of like her and her friends messing around or eating food, and like she was insanely popular. And I remember seeing that, and I would see other big YouTubers say like going around the grocery store filming themselves, or like vlogging was a thing, or like these fake prank videos that I knew I could put on a better show. And it got to the point where I was tired of like talking crap, and I was like, you know what? How about I finally put my money where my mouth is, and how about I try to make some of these videos? How about I make what they make, or maybe let me make fun of what they make? And then suddenly it was that narrative that I would tell myself, but like I was talking mad game in my head, and I was like, how about you actually put it into practice, brother? And I decided to put in a lot of work, and now here we are. So guys, roll up my sleeves, and we're gonna talk about how I made $250,000 in just 1 month on YouTube. That's a little sticky down there. Diving into the YouTube analytics, I'm not gonna take these off. They're not real. I thought they looked good. What you're about to see flash on the screen is my YouTube analytics. Let's all enjoy this. See, this is real. These are real numbers. It's actually $255,000, and you'll notice it's for a custom range of November 3rd to December 3rd, 2016. As you'll see here, these are the top earning videos in that period. Some videos earning over $10,000 per vid. You're not gonna get this on traditional finance channels. There's a lot of people, guys just wearing suits and dress shirts and ties with slick back hair, and I really feel like they're trying to take advantage of you. I really hope you'll subscribe to the channel and drop some likes if you really wanna see a full channel revenue. I'll show you guys how I made millions of dollars on YouTube at a young age in my early 20s, and you guys can make that possible as well. So make sure you're along for this ride. I'm super excited to be doing this. Also, we'll be doing a giveaway for $5,000. We'll be selecting 5 people to win $1,000 for subscribing to this channel, as well as leaving a comment, dropping a like, and this giveaway will probably be, it's starting now, and will end as soon as we hit the 100K mark. All right, guys, so as you can see, this is a breakdown of ad dollars. This was some of the other months that took place in 2016. I was getting some ad revenue or revenue from YouTube Premium, which is their subscription service similar to Netflix. I want to talk a little bit for those that might not know who I am. I run a channel called McJuggernuggets on YouTube. I've been doing it for 14 years. So understand that this revenue, just being for 1 month, was built up over time. So it wasn't like I just started my channel and suddenly made this much money. There was a lot of momentum that fed into this, and you also have to look at a lot of other factors, which I'm going to get into. So for those who don't know, yes, you can make money from YouTube. Anybody can start a YouTube account, and before, back when I started, you could actually make money instantly. Well, if we're being real honest, there was no money to be had for the first like 5 years because YouTube was not owned by Google. What happens is you earn a certain amount of watch hours. You can then put ads on your videos. Now, these ads are bought by large brands, Coca-Cola, Walmart, you name a company. They have their ads on YouTube. They pay a certain amount of money to get their ads shown. And then you, as the user, are fed these ads, and these companies, they make money because you're hopefully buying their product or clicking the ads and shopping. The creators will earn money for showing these advertisements to eyeballs, and these are dictated by impressions. So some of these metrics you don't really need to know as long as you understand the kind of basic kind of formula. So the more views you get, the more people are exposed to the ads, the more money you get, and the more the brands are happy. Once you've met the requirements for monetization, then you can start making money. So you're putting ads in your videos, right? You can generally assume that for every 1,000 views you get on a video, you'll get anywhere from, say, 50 cents to $10, some even $20. That number just fluctuates all over the year. Advertisers and companies are setting their ad budgets at the start of every year. So January hits, they're deciding where they want to spend, when they want to spend, how much they want to spend, and that's going to change the CPM. Now, CPM is the cost per mil. This is the cost per 1,000 views. And as you can see on this boogie video, I was earning around $5 per 1,000 views. There's also the RPM. I think it gets overly complicated, and you guys watching don't really need to know this information right off the bat. I mean, you should be focused on making quality content, what you can do to get appear in the algorithms and search and discovery, and most importantly, as long as you guys understand how much you can possibly make, that's probably all the motivation you might need to really push hard. But let's take a general number, right? I used to usually make around $1 to $2 per 1,000 views, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that high. It really depends. So say January, they're setting their budgets forth. It's going to be a very low CPM because advertisers aren't spending that much money for ads. They already exhausted most of their budget from last year. They're still planning, right? Just like you want to plan for what your goals are and what you're going to do in the new year. Maybe by March, they're a little better. So like everything's split into quarters. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. You can generally assume at the end of the quarter, it's a little juicier. So you can look at March, June, September, December. These are like the bigger months, but it's still not as juicy as the final quarter. Everything's set up for the end quarter. So you might notice a lot of YouTubers, a lot of companies, everything gets kind of like penultimately led up to Q4, and that's so it's the holiday season. It's like the biggest consumer run that you've ever seen. You got Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas. And if you notice at the date range, why this was my biggest month on YouTube is because it's right from November 3rd to December 3rd, 2016. So that covers Thanksgiving and Black Friday, which is when all the advertisers are basically shooting their load because everyone's gonna be shopping for Black Friday, you got Cyber Monday, everybody's throwing large amounts of their budget, so that means your ad revenue is gonna be significantly higher. You'll notice a lot of YouTubers stack their videos for the fall season going in December. Then as soon as December ends, the holidays are over, the advertisers stop spending as much money. So how is it that I earned $255,000 in 1 month? If you do the math and try to reverse engineer that, that's a lot of views. So I just want to show you guys how crazy some of these days were. You can see $3,800, $4,800, over $5,000, $6,000. This is one day, $9,200 in one singular day. At some of its peak, you notice here, November 29th, right around Thanksgiving, Black Friday, that's $14,000 in one single day. Now you're probably like, that's astronomical. Like, how is that even, first off, you don't deserve that money, and you're probably right. That's way too freaking high. However, this is the nature of the game. What did I do to get this? First off, I timed my content. I made sure that I had all my videos, my juiciest videos were set for the time in which the most ad dollars were gonna be available. If you notice here, I was actually getting a decent CPM. 44 million views for that 30-day period. Historically, that would only make me around $44,000. I usually get around $1 to $2 CPMs because you also have to look at the nature of the content. My content is a lot edgier, therefore I get a lower CPM. If you're, say, doing finance videos, tech videos, more brand-friendly content, family-friendly stuff, you're gonna get higher CPMs and you're gonna make more money. The fact that I was able to get this much money was crazy to me and never happened again. But it's mainly because it was the peak season, as well as collaborations. That was the #1 move I could have made. I'm working with other people that are popular and we're combining audiences, so the view numbers were crazy high. I also was working with other YouTubers that were deemed more family friendly. So whereas when I was just by myself, my ad dollars weren't that high, the second I started doing videos with Kid Behind a Camera and Boogie2988, who were more family friendly at the time and usually would make more money than me monthly, that actually helped increase my earning potential and view potential. We shared a lot of subscribers. Another important metric to take note of is watch time. 5.4 million hours for a full month. That's a lot of lives wasted. I think they usually give you a breakdown of like how many years that was. Why I also earned so much money is you might see some videos that are 4 minutes, 5 minutes long, whatever. I was doing videos over 13 minutes for the average view duration. So you have to figure, when people are watching longer, they're being exposed to more ads. When you have a video that's over 10 minutes long, you can put what are known as mid-roll ads, which give you more money. So I would have a 30-minute, 40-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute video. And what would happen is people are exposed to multiple ads throughout. That increases your revenue by 3 or 4x. So all these videos, it was genuinely like a soap opera to where it would increase the watch time and they were juicy enough for people to watch longer. So it was like peak ad rates, collaborations with 2 big YouTubers, longer videos with mid-roll ads, and these were also YouTubers that were more family friendly than I was, and I was able to increase revenue. I was also doing daily videos for that time, and it was a grind. But when you think about the possible amount of money you could earn, $255,000 for 1 month, that's enough for multiple years worth of salary for working just any other job. So even though it was so much work and built up over so much time, the grind ends up being worth it. All you really need is 1 big month, and that could cover you for years. And then you could take a break afterwards. Also, for those tuning into this video that don't know my history, so I generally make narrative web series. So, you know, all of these videos kind of fed into the other. So you couldn't just watch one. You had to watch the other one. So this was basically a collaboration series that took place throughout the whole month. So most people had to continuously watch all 30 videos over 30 minutes long. The amount of ad dollars and consistency that advertisers could expect from my channel was very high, and therefore I got paid very high. Now, admittedly, my channel isn't the most brand friendly. There's part of me that believes this number, I could have made $500,000 for this month. I've seen CPMs go up to $10, even $20. There's also a program known as Google Preferred, and what that is Google or YouTube takes the highest, say 1 to 5% channels in the world in their category, and they actually give them a much higher ad inventory, aka they're paying them more money because they're at the top of their game. I might have fallen into Google Preferred because I was getting so many videos or so many video views for that period. However, they actually just changed that program within the last couple weeks. It's now called YouTube Select, and I know they're a lot more particular about who they want because YouTube's gone through so many adpocalypses. So my channel has not been in there for any period of time. Now, a lot of this money, so there was a lot of trips involved in November, and the cool thing about doing YouTube content is since it's for the business, you can actually write off a lot of taxes. So you might think like, wow, that's incredible, $255,000. Understand that that already puts you almost in the highest tax bracket, and you're gonna owe almost half that, especially as I'm from New Jersey, you're gonna put half that to taxes. So you could lop off already like $125,000. So technically I only made $125,000, which is insane. But like, you gotta pay your taxes. So like, you see this number and technically, that's not the number I receive. I do, but I have to pay out again. But still, when I look at this, the number is just crazy. I still cannot process this. This was my best month I've ever had on YouTube. And for a lot of fans of the Psycho series, which is a very long body of work that I made, even at my peak, I was getting 90 million views a month. It was still nowhere near the amount of ad dollars that I earned that November of 2016. Like, that was almost 6 months after the second series had even ended. So it just shows that, like, your best month financially doesn't necessarily need to be your best month for ad earnings. I just got that backward. Your best month financially might not be your best month view-wise. And once again, that just has to do with CPMs. Another friend of mine, kid behind a camera, he historically would get less views than I, but would make 3x. And that's just because his content is more family friendly. So that's showcasing my best month on YouTube. I really want to talk to you guys about how you could do this for yourself. Because obviously it's easy for me to say all these things because I had a channel that already had momentum. I want to see how we can help you guys. And please help dictate the future of this channel as far as content goes, because really all this is to help you guys financially, to help you guys learn about different nuance about different business. I do run a business called Storyfire. It's a social entertainment platform. I encourage you guys to check out links in the description. We can even do videos about that. So please comment down below what kind of videos you would like to hear from me, any kind of advice, topics, because really this is all about you guys. So let's sit down. Let's see how you guys can potentially pull a month like this, or at least start to work towards this kind of month. I mean, you're not gonna get it fast, but if you put in the work, anybody can achieve a month like this, as crazy as that sounds. Let's go to my other location that I have set up. Oh, how can you make $250,000 in a month? I know that sounds like I'm about to sell you guys on some program, but unfortunately there is no program. There is no secret. Only thing I could tell you is a lot of hard work, research, and persistence. My best advice is the same thing I did, and it's the same thing I would do if I wanted to have another big month on YouTube financially. I realized that doing what you love is great, and you really do want to work on stuff that you're excited about. But for those of you that watch this video, you really need to focus on what you can do to make money. Say you're getting out of school, or in a time like this, you really want to make some cash so you can afford yourself the luxury of doing like what you would absolutely love to do. For me, I was in a position where I just got out of school, I had a lot of debt, and the best thing about all this was there's no ceiling. It's not like getting into any kind of full-time job. Why the entrepreneurial or even YouTube life is so great is because you decide your fate. If you want to try and make $10,000 a month, if you want to try and grow a big channel, it's all up to how much work you put in. So understand, during that month, I think I got sick a few different times. I barely slept. I was on the road, I was traveling, I was thinking so hard creatively, burning myself out. But just think, I earned enough for multiple years worth of income. My parents, anyone I know would have to work so many years to get that money. Now, some might say that's not fair or that it's not deserved, but this is the value of attention. If you can get millions, tens of millions of people to watch your content and they're served ads, you're gonna be making tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially millions. So remember that. When you're just like, your parents are giving you stuff for pursuing content, or anyone's giving you stuff, whoever it is, just know that even if you're grinding, I grinded for 8 years on YouTube before I even saw my first paycheck, which was, I think, maybe $300. 8 years to get $300. But then it was in like that 10th year where I made over $1 million. And that made all those years of hard work pay off. Now, there's those that argue, well, there's no promise that it will pay off. But actually, if you work hard enough and long enough, you just increase your likelihood to have a breakout, to actually be successful. And especially if you're going at something there's the 10,000 hour rule. If you're working at something for so long, you're gonna get good at it. And you're gonna know the ins and outs to be able to make a lot of money. Number one, search and discovery. Make sure you focus on what are people looking for? What's popular right now? Can I make a video or piece of content that is related to that? You also gotta make sure you're titling and clickbaiting properly. You need a catchy thumbnail and you need to title. That's the first impression anyone gets on a video. Also, if you're really trying to maximize revenue, make sure you save your hardest, your best work for Q4, the final months of the year. Also encourage you to do some collaborations. See if you can find somebody who's willing to collaborate that just has a bit more audience than you. Who knows, you might even get lucky and be able to score a collaboration with somebody like me or another YouTuber with millions of subscribers that can jumpstart you to success. Make sure you're also offering value to the audience. The videos from that November where I made that much money were very entertaining. I would put my life or my reputation or whatever on the line. I would do whatever it took to entertain the audience. That's the value I was giving to everybody. So whether it's this kind of video where you're giving advice, whether it's a video where you're sharing your talents or entertaining people, making people laugh, whatever it is, capitalize on that, lean into that, because that's why people are going to watch you, because you're giving them something, an experience. Now that's just ad revenue. I didn't even get into talk about how many, brand deals, and we can do many videos like that if that's something you're interested in. But my best advice, if you're looking to get that kind of a big month on YouTube, hell, you're even just trying to make a part-time living on YouTube, just make sure that you do your research, follow those tips I just laid out. If you want to watch also, I made some other videos on my other channel, McJuggernauts, about how to grow your YouTube channel, or keys to success, or how to make YouTube money. I'll link those as well at the end of this video. I wish I could shortcut you there, but just know if you make $300 in the previous month, you made $200, just know you can grow that into $1,000 and $2,000, and just how this internet stuff works, you can become very popular. It can become exponential if you just really grind it out, put in the work, and work smart and work hard. If you're looking for more tips, more advice, you want to ask questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Maybe we can do a weekly Q&A. I do live stream. You can hit me on all my social medias. Everything's linked in the description that you need to get in touch. And guys, drop some likes, show some love in this video. Make sure you subscribe, because we are giving away $5,000 when we hit 100,000 subscribers. Guys, thanks for watching. Good luck with your content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.